For everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to harvest, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build up, a time to cry and a time to laugh, a time to grieve and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to turn away, a time to search and a time to quit searching, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be quiet and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. What do people really get for all their hard work? I have seen the burden God has placed on us all. Yet God has made everything beautiful for its own time. He has planted eternity in the human heart. But even so, people cannot see the whole scope of God's work from beginning to end. Something I love about the book of Ecclesiastes is how the author talks about times and seasons, especially chapter 3. He breaks it down: a time to dance and a time to mourn, a time to weep and a time to laugh. Throughout our days, it can be really easy to feel like if we're not in control, we're kind of being foolish. You know, if we're not planning every minute detail of our lives, we're letting the day waste away. I had to learn this the hard way last year after a series of shocking and surprising events that turned my life around. I realized that while it's nice to have New Year's goals and have things that we're working towards, it's actually better to know that trying to be in control actually really doesn't work. Hear me out. So for me, I'm the type of person that I've struggled a lot with consistency, and I've struggled a lot with showing up. And even though I make one step and then sometimes I forget where I'm going, I often try to be so in control. I don't like other people getting in the way of what I'm trying to do, basically. But often, whether you really like it or not, God, and even other people too, can just kind of get in our plans and things just happen. A series of events unfold to the point that we realize that we actually have very little control over a lot of things in this life. And that's something I've noticed a lot of people kind of overlook. You know, when people are saying like, oh, it's all a mindset, maybe you're not having the right mindset to build wealth or to start that business or write that book or do this or that. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of things are actually out of our control. And it's not about saying that, oh, everything's out of our control, so we should do nothing. But it's just realizing that even though we have the control to know how to react to things, maybe if someone gets kind of annoying, we don't overreact or we don't get angry and try to snap at them. But maybe not being angry at ourselves when we feel like we failed the year, you know? Because you can have a big plan. Maybe your plan is to get 100,000 followers on social media, but something can happen. I mean, God forbid, maybe something bad happens or something even really big and awesome happens. But I think just making room for spontaneity, making room for surprises is really important, because trying to plan your day to the point that you schedule every minute, you schedule when you go and go for a 5-minute walk around the block, you schedule when you're going to write the essay, you schedule when you're going to do this and that. Do what works for you. That's awesome, really, if it works for you. But just know that if you don't get everything done at the time that you're thinking you're going to get it done, it doesn't mean you're a failure. It really doesn't. And as a Christian, I have adopted the mindset that whatever happens in this life, it's really not the end, honestly, because life is forever. Like, if you don't believe in God, if you don't believe in Jesus, as your Lord and Savior, that there's more to life than this physical realm, then yeah, you're gonna feel rushed, like you have to make it, you have to make the millions of dollars, and you have to do so much to help others. And it's great to have goals and to set intentions of what you want to do. But if you are so anxious to accomplish a lot and you don't make room for surprises, the surprises will come anyway. And then you're gonna feel sad when you realize that, oh, you have to work harder and try harder. But if you start to think that maybe life on earth, it's serious, it's very serious, yes, but it's not the end of the world if you don't do everything you're hoping to do, you know? So this is my message to you as you're starting off the new year, that no matter what you're trying to get done this year, whether it's content creation, graduating from your program, or doing this or that, just make room for surprises and trust that God is with you, even if you don't do everything you're planning to do this year. Just trust that life is forever. If you're a Christian, life is forever. And so you don't need to feel afraid that you're not getting everything you want done in a year. Because really, you have eternity. All right, so thank you for watching. And if you're interested in watching more videos like this, feel free to subscribe and like and share and comment your thoughts and share with me what you're hoping for this year. Thank you. I just realized I forgot to share my name. My name is Zandra, so please follow me here at Divine Encounters. Thank you.